Apple beat expectations again this quarter, revenues of 51 billion. Obviously, the massive driver for growth for Apple is the iPhone, and everyone's looking at how that product is performing. There were some great comparisons year on year in terms of volume. Unsurprising, Q4 last year, calendar Q4, was really when the iPhone took off in a global way, especially within China. So larger screen sizes really enabled that product to fly there.
We see an enormous change in China over the next several years. The latest study I've seen from McKinsey indicates if you look back 5 years, China's middle class had about 50 million people in it. If you look ahead 5 years, it will have 10 times that number in it. And I feel like we're reasonably well positioned in China. I'm sure we can do better, but I think we're doing fairly well there.
He said that things were fine and the numbers delivered on that. Some question marks, of course, about how things will pan out this quarter. There are some sort of advantages in those numbers, like there was no China sales 1 year ago. But overall, he gave the numbers that he was promising. And the issues, I think, now get pushed not so much into the next quarter, but as we get into 2016 and say perhaps there'll be a new, different look from Samsung and stuff like that.
Clearly, there are lots of good news, and we've been emphasizing many of the good parameters. The question is there going to be a time when the market is going to sell off on good news? And that's really what I'm looking for, those sort of symptoms. I've been arguing that because of the Fed action, everybody thinks everything is great. Well, if the Fed is trying to extricate itself, I think companies are going to sell off more on good news. And so if Apple is vulnerable, that's a symptom. But other than that, of course, yes, Apple is in its own league, and they've been executing very well.